Alright, on to practice. Let's go with our first one. We have A, 11/16. So we have 11 in the house and 16 on the outside. And I'll throw a couple of zeros in for good measure, as well as a decimal point. I can see 0 goes into 16 goes into 11 0 times. 16 goes into 110. Well, 10 times would be 160, so let me try 5 times first here. 5 times. I'm a little bit too low, so I'm going to try 1 up higher from that. I'll try 6 times. And I guess that's as close as I'm going to get for this particular one. So 96. I'll do my subtraction. I end up with 14. Bring that down. Okay, so I have some work done here. I know it's more than 16 going to 140, more than 6 times. Let's try 8 times. Sounds about right. $128. That's as close as I'm going to get. Subtract there. I get 12. Bring down my 0. 16. Well, I see 6 times is 96. So I'm going to figure it must be 7 times. 16 times 7. Boy, I'm going to have them all done here soon. 2. 112. I forgot to put my 8 here from before. Sorry about that. And then another 0. And I can see I had that one from earlier, so it didn't go to waste. And that's 5. So I have 0.6875 for my final answer. Letter B, 31/32. We'll start out by putting 32 in the house. And well, I did that again, didn't I? Apologize. 31 in the house. And 32 on the outside. Put a 0, a couple zeros there. And we'll start out here. You can see that 32 goes in there 0 times. 32 goes into 310, or 3 times per 100. I got 3 of them, so I'm going to try 9, I think. 18, 27, 88, 288. That's as close as I'm going to get there. Let's do 9, 288. We'll subtract in here. $32 goes into 220, so I said about 3 times per 100. So I'm going to try 6 times, but it might be a little bit too low. Oop. $192. If I added on 32. Go over, so I have to stay with the 6 there. 6 times 32 is 192. Do some subtraction here. 28. And down another 0. 280. Let's see if I have anything to work with. I guess times 9 was 288. So it's probably times 8. $256. Subtract. 24. down another 0. 240 sounded familiar. Did I get that one yet? Not yet. Let's try 7 times because I have 256 here. $224. Well, I hope it finishes soon. I'm running out of room here. That would be 16. And then laying down your 0. That was a 7. And then I know we can do, at least I thought we could do this one. Well, let's try times 5. Can you do times 5 yet? No? 32 times 5. 10, 15, 16, and that does work. So 5 times 32, 160, and you're all done. So your final answer is 0.96875. Whew, that was a tough one. Give yourself a big smiley face if you got that one right. You deserve it. And on to our last one. Not quite as difficult as the one before it, but it does deal with a whole number. So we'll deal with the fractional portion first. 24 divided by 64. Put in your decimal. Tack on a few zeros here. Let's try 3. $192. I think that's as close as I'm going to get. 48. 64 into 48. So I do 7 times 60. That's how I'm working it out. So it looks like it's going to be about 7 times. So 28, 42, 43, 44, 448. So we'll do our subtraction now. Need to borrow a little bit. 2, 3, 32. That comes all the way down. And let's see. 64 goes in there 5 times, it looks like. Now I'm doing 5 times 60, which I know is 300, and then 5 times 4 is 20, so I add them together. So that definitely is going to be 320. So my answer to this portion is 0 and 375 thousandths. I add it to this whole number, and my final answer is 3 and 375 thousandths. Great job, everyone. That's a tough lesson. Good work.